Got a full-time job, maybe kids at home, and you're wondering, how the hell am I supposed to start a business too? I've been there. I was working a 9 to 5 and running routes on the weekend and growing a pet waste removal business in the cracks of my day. That side hustle, it turned into a 7-figure company that retired my mom and gave me freedom I never imagined. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to start a business without quitting a job or losing your mind. Don't wait for perfect. Build in motion. Most people wait for the perfect time. Newsflash, it doesn't exist. As Joshua Latimer always says, knowledge is nothing without implementation. Your job is to start messy and not wait for clarity. Jump off the cliff and figure out how to build the plane on the way down. If you're able to work 40 hours for somebody else, you can carve out 5 to 10 hours for yourself. You don't need 8 hours a day. You need consistent, focused action, working a couple hours during the week after work, and giving up your weekends for a little while. Pro tip, treat your side hustle like a full-time job. Same seriousness and the same calendar. You're not tired, you're just uninspired. And that changes when your mission is big enough. Pick a simple, service-based business with low overhead and fast cash flow, like the pet waste removal industry. You don't need all the fancy apps and CRMs if you can't afford it, although I would recommend them. Just pick something that you can launch within the next week. When I first started, I was using a free system like Yardbook, and I was using Square to invoice all of my clients and texting them from my personal cell phone. I had a Craigslist ad up, I didn't have a Facebook page, and I did not have a website. At the time, I didn't even have an LLC. I went down to the city courthouse and I bought a $20 DBA. All you need is the willingness to do the work, a vehicle to drive to the houses, a rake, a bucket, some sanitizer, and some trash bags. The pooper scooper industry is the perfect business to get into if you're working a full-time job. It's low startup costs, there's a lot of local demand, and you can do the work yourself at first while you grow the business. Your first goal should be working on getting your first 30 clients. You're not trying to build a brand right now, you're just trying to build momentum and get some money coming in. You need to start scheduling like a CEO, not an employee. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. Choose your work hours. What is your full-time job like? How many hours do you have of daylight when you get off of work? Springtime and summertime is the perfect time to start because we have so many hours of daylight. I was scooping until 9 o'clock at night because I could still see, and I was worried clients were gonna get mad about it, but they didn't care. As long as the poop was getting picked up on the same day every week, they didn't care what time I came. So don't stress about that. Just get out there and do the work. Give up your weekends, spend Saturday or Sunday growing your company, out there scooping yards. If your family, your wife, your kids are getting upset about it, you need to have family meetings. Sit down with them and let them know why you're working so much after work, why you're giving up your weekends. Let them know what your plans are. Give them a vision, the same vision that you have in your head, you need to give that to your family. You're working on building $1 million company. You know other people that have already done it, that you're watching these videos, you're following them on the PSM app and the school app, and just give them the vision that you have and why you're doing this. Let them know that it's not gonna last forever. You don't know if it's gonna last for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months. You don't have an idea on that, but you do know that it's going to happen. I had to do this consistently with my family and bring them in on my dream and share my vision with them so that they would get excited about it too, instead of being upset about me being gone so much. It will happen. I worked my butt off. I had 3 jobs in the beginning. I was always gone. I started this company so I could be home more, but it started out being away from home way more than I was at a full-time job. But it worked out. I'm sitting in my office today recording this video. I'm home every single day with my family. We do what we want whenever we want to. I've built a business that sustains itself, that is automated, that has employees running it, and I can teach you how to do that as well. Going back to having a full-time job, remember to leverage that job and don't start hating it. Your current job is not your enemy, it's your investor. Use the money that you're making, the extra money, cut off your other expenses like Netflix, Hulu, things like that, things that you don't necessarily need, and try to use money from your full-time job, even a little bit at a time, even $100 a month for Google ads or Facebook ads. Use that extra money to fuel your company, to get you away from it. Don't hate the business or your job. Don't hate your current job. Just look at it as the investor into your business and what you're doing to create this empire. The one thing that I did is I did not quit my job until I built up enough clients that could cover my full-time paycheck, but we also had 3 months worth of bills in the bank. Just in case something didn't work out, you do want to start saving, and you want to have at least, at a minimum, 3 months of your bills, groceries, gas, everything your family needs to live. You need at least 3 months of that built up before you quit the full-time job. Another pro tip that I did is when I quit the full-time job, even though I had enough to cover that, just in case anything happened, I took a part-time job. So it was a little bit of a slower transition, but it worked for us. It kept the paycheck coming in because, you know, in one of my other videos with imposter syndrome, I did have that. And so I felt like I was supposed to have a job, right? That's how everybody around me was. They all worked for somebody else. And so even when I quit the full-time job, I immediately got a part-time job because I was like, I still need a boss. I still need a paycheck coming in. That wasn't true, but it did help us out a lot. You need to avoid burnout and stay in the game. You're playing the long game, so you need to pace yourself. Burnouts happen when you chase too much, too fast, without any structure. Remember to prioritize your sleep, your fitness, and your family time. This isn't a sprint, it's a life change. Remember to set boundaries with your full-time job, your family, your clients. You can't schedule them on the day that they want if it doesn't work out for you. You have to not be afraid to let them know that the day that you're offering them and even the time that you're offering them is all you have available right now. One pro tip that I did is I never told them that I couldn't do it because of a full-time job or other obligations. I made it sound like we were just super busy, right? I would just say, hey, that route's full right now, right? But I'll add you to a list and I'll put you on that time slot or that day as soon as it's available. But for now, if you'll just bear with me, this is what I have. Also remember to track your progress on a weekly basis, and this will help keep you motivated. Remember, you're gonna lose clients, you're gonna mess up, you might miss some piles, it's frustrating, but just go back and get them. Don't focus on the things that you did wrong and let them bring you down. When I was starting out, I loved making mistakes early on. I know it sounds crazy, but I really did. I used to tell my wife every time I made a mistake, I said, this mistake is teaching me something that I can tell somebody else later on. This mistake is teaching me something that when this business actually becomes a brand and it actually matters to people other than just myself, I'm not gonna make these mistakes again then. I wanna make as many mistakes early on when nobody's paying attention to it, when nobody's affected by it, than just me and a couple clients that will, you know, get over it and understand that you're new and learning. But I wanna make all those mistakes early on when nobody's watching, so that when everybody's watching a few years from now, I'm not making those mistakes anymore. You wanna make as many mistakes as you can early on so that you can learn from it and be a badass business owner later on down the line. Starting a business with a full-time job is not easy, but it's possible. I am living proof. If you're ready to start your own journey, subscribe to the channel, check out all of our other videos, and join Poop Scoop Millionaire in the school app for step-by-step help. There are classrooms in there that are built out to help you every step of your way. I'm in there. You can message me, you can comment on my post. I will help you out as much as possible. I'm even offering coaching programs for as little as $50 a month for group coaching calls through Zoom, video with me, answer all your questions, give you some structure, tell you what you need to do, and then check in with you every single month to make sure that you're doing the things that I did to grow this business to what it is today. Remember, you don't need more time, you just need more intention, and it starts today.